Now, I'm often asked about the guidelines for a spiritual practice. What to do. Okay, it doesn't matter what kind of spiritual practice you're doing. Okay, the important thing is that it be regular. That's the most important thing. It doesn't matter about anything else. Okay, you brush your teeth every night or every morning. Okay, otherwise the plaque builds up. The same with your mind and with your emotions. Okay, the longer you wait between the practice, the more negativity builds up. Okay, so it becomes more difficult to remove the negativity overlying your mental processes and your emotional processes. So the most important thing is to have a regular practice. Think about your brushing teeth every morning or every night. Same thing, okay? Do your practice every morning or every night. In fact, the best kind of practice is done once in the morning and once in the evening. It doesn't matter for what period of time. Of course, the longer the better, but even 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, it's just great. Okay, especially for people in the world, having any kind of spiritual practice is a great accomplishment. Okay, so don't worry about the length. Even if you have 10-15 minutes, sit or do whatever practice you do. Right? This is much better than saying, okay, I'm going to wait 3 days and then I'll have more time on Thursday and I'll just do 2 hours or 1 hour. It's not the same. Okay, you wouldn't want to wait 3-4 days before brushing your teeth. Okay, the plaque will build up. Okay, you get more cavities. So, the same. Okay? There's an analogy between the spiritual world and the material world. Okay, so regular practice, the most important. Now, those who meditate, they also ask, which direction should I face when I meditate? The best direction is to face north, okay, where the magnetic field aligns with the earth. Okay, so that's one of the best directions to face. Another good direction is the east. Okay, that brings you in line with the movement of the earth. Okay, just like if you were in a train, or a bus, you don't want to sit with your back to the forward motion of the bus or the train. The same, when you face the west to meditate, okay, there causes some slight barrier to your meditation. The best is facing the east towards the direction of the Earth's movement. Right? So other things that you can consider is having the morning practice before doing anything else, waking up earlier. Of course, traditionally the best time to meditate is about 2 to 3 hours before sunrise, which would be like 3:30 or something like that. So that is not reasonable for a lot of working people, but waking up at 5, it's possible. Okay? So having a regular practice also means regular time. So practicing every morning at 5:30 is better than, sometimes it's at 5:30 in the morning, sometimes it's at noon, sometimes it's in the evening. It's all over the place. The reason is that when you sit at a regular time, you build up a positive habit. Okay, we build up a lot of negative habits. We have a lot of negative habits, very difficult to break some of them. Okay, so it is good to build up some positive habit in your life, and meditating at the same time every day is a very positive habit. So around that time, you're already in the mood, in tune, in sync with your meditation. So it becomes easier and easier as time goes on. And after a while, at that particular time, you want to do the meditation no matter what. And that becomes more important than anything else. Okay, so that's building up a positive habit. Another thing that's very good is to have the same location, if possible, for meditating or spiritual practice, because where you practice builds up a lot of energy there. Okay, so, and it's positive energy when during your meditation. So you can utilize that energy when you sit at that particular location. That's why people go to pilgrimages and go to places where saints and holy people have meditated before, because they can feel the energy, they can feel the vibes at that particular location, and they feel nice and quiet and peaceful there. Okay, so the same. Okay, you may not yet be a saint, but the practice you're doing also builds up positive energy. Okay, same with the cushion or the mat you sit on. It's best to use a woolen mat, because that can store up a lot of the energy that is generated during your spiritual practice. So if you use the same mat all the time, okay, the energy there is available for you, right? Rather than sitting on the floor or one blanket after another, or just any other, plastic mats are no good. So they don't store energy, and so it's a waste of time to sit on plastic. Use something natural. Cotton is not as good as wool. Okay, so a woolen blanket or some sort of sheepskin is very good. Traditionally, yogis would meditate on deer skin. So when they sit on the deer skin, they're insulated from the earth's field and from the energy of the earth, so that they can build up their own potential energy. Okay, so that's also an important part of sitting on a mat, because it shields you from the earth's influence. So that's important when you're doing spiritual work. So those are the main things. There may be, a lot more to deal with, and every group will have their own little rules and regulations, but these are the main principles that will help you in your spiritual practice.